What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Cyber Knight's Flashpoint. We've got probably 2 missions today, since sieges tend to go pretty quickly. We've put our Vanguard into the Simstream Trainer, we've equipped the team, we'll show that in a second. Gonna move time forward and finish this craft, and then, nice, we finally get our Hype Limit Break. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of the traits. Bumping Loyalty to 90 versus going for Tech or Reaction. I'll start taking Attributes, to be honest. I think we'll take Crit Chance, honestly, over Move Speed. I think that'll be reasonable. Can't stress enough how much that power play matters. Yeah, we know. Don't worry about it. That is that crafting being done. We're going to build another one, another Adaptive J-Grip. It is a body mod for shotguns and E-rifles, and I'm running one of each, so honestly fairly useful. So crafting is started here. We're going to go ahead and check out the team, and before we actually send it, I'm going to have you replace the Heavy D-Grip with the Adaptive J-Grip. It gives a lot more accuracy, doesn't increase the min-optimal range, but it does make the max optimal range that little bit, well, the same, but again, it gives you more range, which is good, since I want to be accurate at 17, 18, 19, 20 meters. That's all going to be useful. So we've got our siege mission ready to go. It's pure combat. Hopefully we do a good job. I think we will. Let's rock. We're here, time to get to work. Let's make a show of strength and do our best to crush our enemies. Now, we are very surrounded here, so we're going to have to sort of divvy this up somehow. Again, thankfully have the significant bonus move points for being a siege in the first place, considering we have to, like, get away from these guys, and even here wouldn't be safe. So the question is, exactly how do we want to segment this? This is actually one of the worst spawns I've seen for a siege mission, where you really are super surrounded and nothing is good enough cover. So, obviously smoke grenades won't be enough. I think almost no matter what, I'm just going to chug the drugs here and get bonus damage out of it. If I can go somewhere like... Well, again, I'm already spending 1 AP on the first bit, so... If I'm just, like, shooting here full auto, we're likely triggering Downer. We are not in any way guaranteed to trigger Steamroll, but I can, like, get my whole team into this room, and then use my Cybersword to lock the door, essentially, and get some space and kind of fight somewhere else. This guy can maybe get around the corner, but it's going to be way safer than everything else we have going on. And I can use various things to slow him down, so that we don't easily get chased. In fact, I'm... yeah, so I think... we do have buffs to care about here. If I delay down to 18, Accountant can go. Like, that's going to be fairly useful. But I think we're going to dedicate to... You're going to be annoying to fight. Let's see, how can I get line of sight on you? Okay, we do have line of sight pretty much anywhere. You're just going to be in light cover, I'm guessing. 62 to hit. So, yeah, this is light cover for sure, based on what I'm seeing on these hit chances, right? It's minus 25 right here. That's still probably going to be fine. Our alternative is going here, but these guys... I mean, it's a few AP to get up here, and then a few AP to get into line of sight, but it's still farther away. So, I am pretty tempted to... And, like, these guys, I'd just be surrounded. So, I feel like it is here. I think we can have the show of force, and it's going to work well. I'm pretty tempted to bump marker sights twice, actually. So, I think the plan is going to be... Ooh, if you go down to 22, can I slow the right people? You're too far away to matter. You're going to be fought, and you're going to be fought as well. Okay, then Vidon can go down to 12. Because we're going to look ahead at you guys. Okay, yeah. He can go to 12, and it'll be fine. Everyone who has high initiative can all be dealt with. Okay, so Rick's going to delay. Vidon is going to delay. Roots is going to short yield. That will put her behind everyone else. That's what I wanted to see. Allows us to marker sights that group. Allows me to coordinated charge the group as well. A lot more move points and move speed. And then I could look for a railgun shot or two. This seems not terrible. But I would much rather make sure this part goes well. So I think I'd rather... If I go here, only get 1 more move point. Well, if I crit, it's fine. And the odds of critting are pretty high. I'm going to go ahead and... Man, I really cannot get my throat clear. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to marker sights that group to make sure everything looks decent. I am tempted to chug combat drugs to... Well, it'll boost the crit chance up to a little bit higher. It'll boost it to 40% or so. It's a very likely kill, don't get me wrong. Actually, shooting... Oh, I don't have line of sight on him. I didn't try to line that up. That's a mistake. I want a shot. I could just, honestly, I could revolver. Right, if I go here with combat drugs and just take shots, it's going to look pretty decent. Actually, I'm going to wait. I'm going to yield. I'm going to have Anarchist yield. And now that things are in a decent enough spot here and I have like the coordinated charge buff going, I think I'm going to open up like this. And I can just full auto this group twice. Still have 2 MP and probably get in the room. And that's actually a pretty likely steamroll. Plus an almost guaranteed downer. Before I forget, I need to go ahead and throw a look ahead down. I'm going to aim it as far down as I can to maybe catch a different rotation path. Go here. I think actually hitting everyone once makes some sense. And going for fewer targets gives me a better chance at triggering Steamroll. And this is a pretty good turn for Steamroll, I think. So going down to 2 means I'm very likely to eventually get that kill. And that to me makes sense. I think that's useful. So we crit for downer. That's good. Now they're very killable. If I add more targets, if I put 2 bullets onto you and then it's 1 to each of those, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill here. And then, I mean, 2 move points must be pretty far into that room. That should be fine. So yeah, let's go down to that number of bullets. I wasn't guaranteed to crit and I really want Steamroll. So let's go. Crit, 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 crit. That is Steamroll for the team. That's downer going a second time, which wasn't needed, but it's what we've got. And actually, I can hide you in the room, which seems acceptable to me. I maybe won't even need to do all the stuff around putting up the Cybersword wall. I don't know just yet, but maybe, right? So remake is done, and slowing these guys down by another 2 doesn't seem terribly important. My team can all have their actions. I'd rather have save look ahead for another spawn of enemies, so I think you're fine. I am tempted to go really hard with the revolver here. The idea being, like, if I can have both these guys in line of sight, and you're very meaningfully evasion debuffed, my melee character should have very little problem knocking these guys out, and I can just revolver these idiots. So I'm going to go for the captain. 75 to hit is not amazing, but it's still not terrible. And I'll get the recoil back and go back above 80, so I think this is worthwhile. First shot's decent. Now we get guaranteed glance and 50% crit chance, and we're missing every single crit. That's really unfortunate that we failed 50% 3 times in a row. This puts you... You can't really shoot me, and with you guys minus 30%, you guys maybe could, actually. It's a little bit scary. I'm gonna Iron Grip here, and... I don't know if... Well, I already used Iron Grip. It doesn't really matter. I'm not sure I should Overwatch this. We can probably Tox Cloud them, and that'll probably be enough. I think I'm allowed to. I think 17 next turn is enough initiative. And, like, that distance is... Yeah, I think this is going to be okay, actually. I'm going to put this Overwatch cone up, and I think it'll actually be fine, and I can ignore these guys and not go for the Cybersword wall. That is what I believe, although, of course, I could be wrong. Okay, I'm going to start here. I'm going to slash slide into you two, and then run up for what I can on this guy. That should be decent enough. I think melee is fine. I don't need a shotgun right now. Let's slash slide into right here. Great. Crit shred. Crit there as well. Problem is, I'm still not getting what I really want out of this. I'm going to go here for the active shred. And just play for claws. My Cybersword gets this every time. So I'm just going to run up to here. I'm going to use Power Slice to guarantee the setup is good. And if I get lucky slash unlucky and crit a whole bunch, right, like this Sword Strike is guaranteed to kill. But I actually really do want to get my claw buff on, so 57 to crit. We sadly never got a single one. It is what it is. I guess you can come back and take this kill then, because I'm not too worried about those guys. I mean, maybe I should be, but I don't think I should be. We get one strike here. It is a likely kill. It is. For fun, I can delay. The roots should not delay too far. That would be a little bit scary. What is Ava's for her? Probably somewhere like this. Let's see. If I'm there... Okay. You're going to wait. I'm going to have you throw down Tox Cloud and maybe a Venom Trap as well. But let's start with the first two. That should be pretty cleanly in Tox Cloud range. And if I slow you guys down enough, you can't get to me. And that makes my next turns just that next little bit easier. So here, go, do nothing. You're slowed by 45%. You're about to be slowed by more. Here you go. This guy can't go anywhere. Other guy probably can't remotely reach either. I don't think anyone can shoot you if you stand there, so I think you can just stand there and wait to see what happens. And now I can safely delay. I guess Root's going to be in a weird spot, but we'll see how it goes. You're going to run over, get into all the slows, and then do nothing. You probably have nothing to do. Roots definitely has nothing to do. I should try my best to make sure I'm somewhere safe. So the problem is a lot of this is not good cover. Like, the corner of this box is cover, and that's just not any good. I guess this counted. Yeah, that was actual cover. And I guess this is actual cover. Well, these two are. But this isn't. I wonder if it should be. I guess it's not. There's not real cover there. That's all light cover as well. You don't want to run through that. I could try to hide here behind this truck. That seems a little dangerous, and I think you'd be a bit exposed. Again, I'm not going to run in past them, but unfortunately, I didn't manicure my initiative all that well, so I'm sitting here at 9. I could try something like this with preempt. That's pretty dangerous. This guy has no move speed at all, but like, I don't want to go at next turn at 7. So we are a little exposed. I don't expect this to be too dangerous, but it is an actual real attack. About 19 or so meters away. I think ultimately this just has to be a wasted turn for you. It's too bad, but it is what it is. You're just going to stand there. You're going to go to the same spot. Actually, not even. Still, -2 initiative. Yep, your move speed is done. That's how far you can go with how many debuffs you've got. You can go a little bit farther. And I get the railgun shot. No, I don't. But I think you might still be out of AP. Yep. Our team has rolled above so far. You're coming closer. That's all fine. Great. That allows me to do some stuff. So everyone else has got initiative rolls, which means I can choose to be pretty aggressive here. So I will. Toxic Cloud's going out that way, so I'm not worried about getting hit by that stuff. You're probably behind a barrel for real. Hit chance is not good here. Oh, it's just not showing me cover. Oh, weird. That's what's going on. Yeah, I mean, this should be... Okay, that's really, really odd. Okay. Call it medium because it's going to be really, really common. Combat, or like, attack previews aren't showing cover at all. So I'm going to have the screenshot up. There we go. That should be really obvious what's going on here. The math doesn't line up whatsoever, except that there's probably low cover that isn't showing up in the calculation. Look at the top right corner. The math doesn't line up. Still though, 3 shots at about 50% is reasonable. Wait for the report to go through. There it is. I think it's fine. Honestly, I'm tempted to biocoat bullet this guy, just because who else am I going to use it on? And the odds of not hitting at least one of these is 1 in 8. Great. A shred and some damage. This guy is heavily debuffed. Not quite dead. 10 HP on his own. But, oh, actually, worse than that. I take it back. He's not venom trapped. Still, though, very close to dead. And Anarchist, I think, can just simply walk up, and we can... You can probably run all the way at her, and it's going to work. You don't have the most move speed, but you have enough move speed. So, you're done for now. A little bit going on there. A little bit of Toxic Cloud damage over time, and let's go. So, yeah. How aggressive am I really allowed to be is a question. I don't have Downer or Steamroll charges left. And so if I walk out into the open, am I sure that they're all dead? Well, you have, like, no move points. And from here, you count as in cover, and someone can chase that guy down. Which I do believe. Okay, I'm going to yield and see how far this guy can get stuff done. Because if you can go to here and do Morass plus full auto, we could react to that. But I'm actually pretty confident we have the damage here. We're pretty melee heavy. I think we should bait them in instead. Baiting them in is clearly correct. In the sense that, like, There's functionally no downside to it, so why wouldn't we? If I get Morass down here, we basically catch everybody. It's not for this guy, it's for everyone else. And then Venom Trap, basically guaranteed to catch you. And yes, I have no other attacks this turn. But that's fine, I think. And then Detonation, clearly not okay over there. I'll just spend some AP behind the corner. I'm going to do... If I do a yield, I go to 20. I can't do a yield again, but I can just delay down to 1. Anarchist can pretty safely come back here as well. Don't see why not. Remake is safely hiding behind the wall already. This guy has absolutely no move speed. 45. Yeah, minus another... It's minus 70. This guy doesn't get to go anywhere. He has functionally 2 move points. That's not going to be... He's not going to break line of sight. Or break into line of sight. I need to yield you down below 10. Oh, I can't yield you right now. Okay. I didn't realize I'd already done one. If Roots goes down to 19... Yeah, she's going to be stuck. Shoot. Oh well. My own fault. Roots maybe can take 1 step. No, I think she's very safe. Accountant could go for this shot. It's not even a bad shot. I think, honestly, this seems pretty worthwhile. But I can't do more than 1 because I got to get to cover. That shot is decent, though. And no, you can't stay out here, so go spend 1 AP and hide. And yeah, I think this will be fine. Let's go. You trigger the Venom Trap. You do not trigger Morass, but you're out of AP here. You don't have any move points or move speed. Okay, he buffs the team. They're going to actually start running faster. Still not going to be enough for them. Yep, he can go that far. I do get my accuracy debuff, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Remake is going to have to unfortunately step out for a little bit and then leave. Everyone else can safely do the delay spam. So, yeah, I'm just going to have you basically take 1 step to here. 1 AP. Range for 1 AP, yes. My min-range of 8? That's not ideal. If I go to here, I don't have line of sight. If I go to here, I'm minus 16 to hit from proximity. So I'm tempted to run... I'm going to do something like this instead. I'm going to run this way for the full auto, and then just step behind that wall afterwards. That allows me the range that I need. And pretty solid shots here. Shred and crit. You're dying to poison by itself. Turn snapping back on because I can. Hug this wall for the most part. I don't see a need to throw down look ahead again, so go for it. You gotta run up. You're gonna get the Morass debuff. You don't have attack on anybody. Alrighty, what are we looking at here? Well, we're looking at the ability to come around. Remake can always drop initiative if needed on somebody else. Let's have you get around Morass, of course. You're gonna take 150 from poison. So will you, and you're harder to reach, unfortunately. Like, much harder to reach, actually. If I go all the way out, I still don't have the Urban Assault shots. But I'm kind of liking Urban Assault on these guys. This actually feels pretty reasonable. You're dead, and you're dead. And you guys are actually shootable. Let's do that. I just think the coverage here is actually pretty solid. Go down to only 2 targets, because this guy's already dead. What, 1 bullet and 3? That doesn't feel like 2 hits, but you know, who knows. Let's see, what's the damage on this weapon? 110 ballistic, cut by about 30%. So I'm supposed to deal, on average, about 70 per hit, roughly. That's 1 bullet. That's not 2. And then, yeah, that's 3. I think this, like, outright just lies on number of hits sometimes. I don't know if it's possible for that to be 2 hits. Weird. I don't know. Whatever. That's very strange. I don't know why that would be a bug, but it sure seems like it. I've felt like that display has lied to me in the past. Roots rolled poorly, but Remake can mess with stuff to make sure that someone can go early and chase this guy down. I'm pretty confident we can get what we want here. Can pretty comfortably come out here, break his cover, get some shots. Like, I think it'll be fine. You guys are not quite dead. You're both just minus 75 right now, so someone's got to do a bit more here. I think it's still fine. Most of these guys are rolling low. And then Anarchist, who, by the way, I keep seeing her name as Antichrist. I just, like, I can't unsee it as that. You can't really get all the way up to this guy. I mean, Morass is going to be annoying no matter what, but I think you'll end up going for a long-term shotgun play. Let's see, this guy is... Yeah, okay. So it's just a shotgun shot here, you're going to die. Down goes one. Shotgun shot here. Likely to succeed. You're dying to poison, or not quite? Not quite. That's too bad. Okay, Tox Cloud moves. Doesn't quite despawn. Reinforcements are far away, which gives me plenty of time to recoup. Is there a second spawn? No. Okay. So, of course, this guy's going pretty early. And he goes ahead of almost everyone. So I need to slow you down by a lot in order to make sure that a lot of my team can go. I also think I need to throw down Look Ahead again to drop you by 2, just to give Roots an extra shot. Well, I can do a short yield first. Get a bit of info and then make another consideration later. I did change weapon mods, by the way, on this E-Rifle. I think I did it off recording. But I got a new E-Rifle battery for plus ammo in the magazine. Are you dead to... Okay, they'll just fall out of you. I don't care. And so I have an 8-shot magazine now, which is very helpful, I would say. It's looking very safe. I don't want to trigger Steamroll. I wouldn't here, though. So... Looks like I can pretty safely run somewhere like this. Actually, I want to reload on this character as much as I can. I'm not worried about everyone else running, like, being unable to kill, so I'm going to prioritize my AP on reloading. I think running toward the middle is fine. They're too far away for me to care. Safety would have been do a yield and get even more information, but I really think it's fine. You have reloads to do. I'm going to yield to... No, I shouldn't yield to Anarchist in case things go incredibly unlucky for some reason. I think it's impossible to get that unlucky, but still. Take your reload. You would have had plenty of shotgun shots, but yeah, for now, let's just go ahead and wait and see where they go. They're going this way. That's good to know, right? That affects my positioning. Vidon. That seems like pretty good cover that they can't easily breach. I think we can just let them go. Go ahead, Grabler. Do your best. Hiding a little bit farther back is good. They can kind of come up here. So, yeah, stepping back like this. I'll be in railgun range easily. You can simply reload. I think we can hide you behind this pillar, no problem. Probably... Yeah, I don't need to snap. I think just being there is fine. And Roots is in kind of a similar boat here. Can they really break this? That doesn't seem like a really good shot for them. It's maybe possible. If I hide there, I don't think they get all the way in. Like, I don't think this is 5 AP. So if I go there and reload the Urban Assault, I think I'm fine. Now, there will be at least one more reinforcement wave. Usually, from recollection, sieges spawn 3 sets of reinforcements. I think it's on, like, turn 4, 5... No, yeah. It's, like, turn 4, 5, and 7 or something like that. Maybe it's 4, 5, 6. No, like, I think, like, the next spawn is a double wave, something like that. Yeah, you got nothing. They are standing in cover. Okay, you're actually walking out. You might have 1 AP. I think you actually really... I think you do, actually. Yep. Ow. Accountant is hurt. It's a single shot. It's not too bad, but... Yeah, I underestimated this. I mean, I went as far back as I could, but... Yeah. That was a shot at 21 meters and was clearly effective. So you 3 we'll have to make sure... Ooh, actually, Accountant's a bit open there. Thankfully, Roommate goes first and can handle that, so I'm not too worried about this. You can walk up and safely swipe at least once. The initiative roll here is a 20, so I am probably going to go here and pop Aegis, or actually Preempt will work. The hit is not great. I can't see a reason not to just go for... Well, actually, Preempt is guaranteed to land. So as long as you die, and actually you're going first anyway, Preempt is guaranteed you can't do shit. So I'm just going to do this. And I'm always fine. Let's see, I'm going to slow them down so that my soldier can get out of that location. These shots look okay. I think it's worth taking the shots here. Solid crit. Steamroll is up now. I don't want to burn it until a future turn where it's more important. I'm going to do a short yield. I'm going to have Vidon come out here and claim this. Or I should have Anarchist do it. It's probably better if Anarchist does it. Going to sword was actually not useful there. Or not needed, I should say. But let's get the claw kill. Okay, that's my buff on again. Thank you, red line. You're getting locked up every time. I just want to make sure I'm safe and not getting hit by these guys. So, let them come to me. You're good. Vidon has Tox Cloud back. There's no way they can get line of sight. Let's see. I mean, if you sprinted, right? I mean, they're minus 30 move speed. There's no way they're getting to us. You know, you have +2 here, but still, you're not getting around that corner. I think Vidon can stay. I think you do have to hide. Although, if you're in Margarsight's range, getting all 3 is worth it. That is effective and will last long enough, just long enough to matter. I think you hiding behind this pillar is acceptable. Okay. What do you got? Sure. Not terrible, not amazing. You're actually in the open. We take those. And then you're going to do something similar? Okay, that's very playable for me, I think. Alrighty. I think we can leave you where you are. I think we can... Let's see. Does Remake have the +8? Yes. Alright, I'm just going to send Anarchist all the way in. I can +8 her and she's going to be fine and she's going to eat these guys alive. I'm going to do a short yield. No, I'm going to run all the way up. It's fine. It's going to be blocking some line of sight, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, she rolled a 15, which I can easily get her ahead on. I have no other attacks. Let's see. Do I have something that I want to rewind? Not much from you. I don't super need Morass. Maybe on you. I mean, Coordinated Charge and Savagery are both good. I might rewind Accountant here. I'm kind of liking that. You can end your turn. That didn't roll very well, unfortunately. I'm going to short yield to Vidon so that he can get all the way up here. I need him to get his Tox Cloud far enough back that it hits these guys, but then gets out of the way and lets Anarchist do her job. So it's going to be running all the way up here. She's going to have AP. Like, I'm not worried about not having the damage. Like, it's very likely I'm fine. But I'm going all the... Yeah, and I can't get, like, the E-Rifle in range, so it's really going to be something like this. It's going to go up here. It is Tox Cloud as far forward as I can. Well, this is as far forward as I can, but it will move, so this is fine. And then Detonation doesn't do anything here. I can Disorient for some crit chance. Let's get the guy who's going at 19, I guess. You're going to be the most scary of the group, I suppose. You're now more killable. Great. And then Accountant can do something. Well, one, it's going to be step up here and Coordinated Charge the team again. That's useful. And then 2 is Iron Grip and take a shot. 57 to crit. That seems pretty good. Thank you for the extra crit chance everywhere else. Wow, you've crit 0 shots here despite how many attacks you've made. That is actually kind of wild. I think it's been 4 attacks, and he's crit none of them, and they've almost all been at like 50% or more crit chance. To be safe, I should Overwatch this, actually. If I really do screw it up, this will help me be a little bit safer if, well... It's basically for you. Well, okay, you're going at 12. Yeah, I think Overwatch here makes sense. In case we can't kill you for some reason, you're in the Overwatch cone, and it's going to be relatively safe. Let's go here. Tox Cloud gets out of the way, gives room for Anarchist. This should be the... Okay, yeah, next round is the double spawn, I think. Or I'm just gaslighting everybody. Sorry, I should say gas lamping. It's always been called gas lamping. We're going to go for you first, because you're not easily caught in the Overwatch cone, and you're going early. Regular strike here seems fine. It gets what we wanted. I am clearly not going to run a Tox Cloud, so I can pretty happily slash slide these guys. I'm in range of both right afterwards. Easy hit. There's the shred, which is nice. Let's keep going here. Okay. 55 and 46. I'm going to go sword again here, just because your armor to the claw is going to do a lot less damage. And now the claws are guaranteed on you. Overwatch wasn't needed, but we didn't know that for certain. This should be fine every time. I think this literally cannot miss. So I'm just going to run you toward the middle, so that wherever the enemies spawn, you're ready to go. Remake should be able to wait. What you got? I got that. See ya, nerd. Thank you, Preempt, for being hard guarantees. Yeah, it does cost the increase the AP cost of reloading the bigger battery, but getting more than 2 full autos in a turn, I'm gonna say worth it. All right, great. That is Choppa on for you. I'm just gonna have you guess a random spawn point. Actually, so from what I've seen of Corey Tracy doing, he's streamed some of the mapping he's done. So they have an external, they have like outsourcers that they've done like external development to like literally build the layouts here. Like just, you know, placing all the stuff, building layouts, whatever, and then he places all of the like triggers of like where enemies spawn and where the player spawns are, and where the major coasts are, and what, you know, cameras they're linked up to and whatnot. And so he's streamed building siege missions a few times, and the pool is like relatively small. I don't remember if it uses like there's just always 3 spawn points per player spawn. But this is one of the legal spawn points. I'm gonna run toward it. And then Remake can safely reload, hang out kind of near the team. It'd be really sad if Root somehow rolled below someone else on initiative, but I think we're okay. Gonna move up towards the middle. Account that did take some damage. It's not the end of the world, but it's obviously not great. I think this despawns this turn. Foxcloud moves. I think it'll still stay alive as well. Last spawn is right there. Okay, fine, fair enough. Oh, there is one right there. Okay, I was right. Roots may not be strong enough to win that one. Gotta be a little bit careful. She does have Slash Slide twice, so it's gonna be pretty good. Anyway, Anarchist, I think, gets to go up for a Slash Slide. That's gonna be in range cleanly of all of them. I think combat drugs are not needed here. I'm going to Silent Stalker for the Kineticus Pure. I've got, where is it? Yep, 21%. I'm going to Slash Slide to hit all 3 of you. I'm in attack range afterwards, so I can kill whomever I want. Pretty decent damage, though. They're certainly not dead yet. Don't really care about whose initiative is what. You're the only one with active armor, so we go for the active shred on you pretty clearly. Great, big damage. Time for claws. I think we just stick to 1 target at a time. We get 3 strikes here. 2nd strike should kill. Oh yeah, I have this back up now. Cool. Let's go for a sword swipe yet again. Doesn't matter which one, not really. That's good damage. You're dying to claws here. Nicely done. You can spend your move point running up that way in case she needs help. Let's see. Can Remake be of assistance here? I would be in pistol range technically. Ooh, am I in AR range right here? Gotta go pretty far back, actually. Okay, I'm not remotely close to an AR range. No. There, I'm within a little bit. 27 meters is not even that bad. It's actually, like, very reasonable. The reason to do this would be to try to trigger Downer and make this easier for Roots, which I'm thinking is a pretty good thing. Now, does Accountant have Marker Sights back? Yes. Okay, Vidon gets this every time, right? I can't imagine it goes this poorly. Here. Yeah, I'm just gonna have Accountant go up for this one. Okay, he's easily in Marker Sights range from pretty far away. I think it's gonna be... Go up here. Marker Sights the pair. And I have nothing else to do, so this is gonna be my turn. I guess I could go into Overwatch. It's like 23 meters. Oh, I've played this game so much. No way. Alright, well, in case you need help, there's that. I'm griefing, and now I have to move up to use a pistol. My fault. Let's see, do I care which one I hit? Yes, the one without armor, probably. Oh, there's Downer. Good damage. Alright, Vidon, you surely don't fail this, right? 85 to hit. I guess recoil would add up, but I can always use things like Venom Trap to make them a little bit nicer. Alternative is to run up and go for the bat twice. I should biocoat this. The worst case scenario is I get some minus accuracy, which is useful. Yeah, it was possible to low roll that, by the way. I was not guaranteed 3 hits by any means. And so, like, Venom trapping or going again and hoping it's good enough. You know, there's some risk there. Also, if I were to use look ahead, I don't even know if I had it. I did. This person would have lost their turn outright. Anyway, I get 2 slash slides here really comfortably. Although I'm probably going to use active shred on the shotgunner because they have actual armor. So let's go ahead and power slice you. Goodbye to your armor. That helps. Let's slash slide these 2 again. It's going to be pretty solid damage. I'm going to try to make sure that I'm not blocking the Overwatch. Likely kill, though. Yep, we got it. The crit certainly guaranteed it. I believe that's everything now. Enemy assault team is broken. And cool. Our excessive firepower was good enough. We came and kicked their teeth in. We got a bunch of XP. Lit up for handling. Another 120 into the trainer, which is nice. Yeah, 150 XP. Pretty solid here. Vidon goes up. That's kind of nice. Coyote Hotdrop is up. Librarian can also come back, although I don't need him for this mission. Hayes finally gets level 12. 13-14 is going to be going here for digital coordination. But for now, I can grab an extra charge of field coordination, so I can use... I don't have to, like, wait for the exact cooldown timer every time I'm trying to get that going on. I will say I've really enjoyed having this handpicked power. I've also been ignoring Coca Splatter quite a bit, considering that it's not generating 10 influence every time, so it's probably just been sitting here off cooldown more than I would have liked. It's just been hard to remember to use it, basically. Well, while we're here, before I forget, okay, we did hit the power level threshold, where we are now gonna, next time we generate a mission, it'll be PL10. But yeah, is Dr. Ash... Yeah, so Dr. Ash just can't run missions, basically. So it'll be really hard to get her to run any power play stuff, even though I've been feeding her stuff. And getting Cybernetics 4 and using her for that is reasonable, but I think she literally just is not eligible for missions. Because it's not like, I mean, unless she, like... What do we have on offer? We have a bodyguard job. No, this is Coyote Hotdrop. This is story mission as well. This is a raid. And then this is captive. Yeah, so she, you know, maybe it's one of these, but like, yeah, Dr. Ash just does not run meat space missions. And so I'm unsure if she can even run start the power plays. I don't actually know. But there are some characters who just like don't seem to run any missions. Anyway, thinking through, I want to play another mission here, of course. I want this guy back. I want this done as well. Okay, I'm gonna, because I have the option to save my game, I'm gonna overwrite my would-be save. So this is me like double checking that things work the way I think. So a while back, the devs made an update that said that the timeline works in your favor in every conceivable situation. One of the parts that I believe is true about that is a bunch of things at 0 hours. You can play time forward. These will finish, and this will stay on the timeline. I made the save to verify that because I play Iron Man so often, I very rarely get to like verify this works this way. So I'm going to do this to try to verify this works this way. Great. Okay, so good. Yeah, so this stayed up, which means I've got my guy back. I've also got XP to spend here on Vidon, so let me do that as well before I forget. Level 13 again is the next breakpoint for more stuff. Could grab 10 evasion, 10 move speed on this. 35 move speed means they're definitely running at a crawl. Detonation, I have not found myself enjoying so far, but there could be times where it can matter. But I'm pretty sure what I just really want to go for is Venom Trap value for stealth missions and or Biocoat value. Going to 100 is not bad. Duration maybe less so, but I mean, I can really hamper their ability to move around and do stuff. I'll do some quick thinking here. I used to grab these range increases a lot on Tox Cloud, but I've just stopped doing it because I haven't found like I've really needed it. But it does give it a ton more reach, and I should really consider this heavily. At least these two. I don't know if going to, 15 meters at the end is necessary for that final point. I also don't think going to a 2-turn cooldown is necessary either, although it is pretty funny. You are very much a poison mage at that point. I'm doing some thinking because I'm not sure what I want, because normally what I'm doing is just investing really heavily in Brainworm and then just getting Dissolve. And those just gives me everything I need. I'm just kind of happy. And I could go second charge -1 AP on Dissolve as well. That will save me roughly 3 AP a mission. and thus this is worth it. And I mean, getting extra dissolve is pretty valuable. All that's kind of nice. I think I said my level 13 breakpoint was going to be Callus. It's that or multiclassing, realistically. It's also looking a lot like it's going to be multiclassing. I can go into probably Soldier for Iron Grip and, you know, just be good at using my E-Rifle. That's a real possibility. Other possibility is investing in Venom Trap for duration. This lets me fire and forget for a lot more poison damage and really can work if I'm not playing too aggressively. I'm just kind of slowly trailing them and using poison to kill. That's very effective. This can be actually 4 hits. I can get 525 damage combined with Venom Trap and Tox Cloud before I even have to shoot Biocode at them. So that can almost solo kill most human enemies. Again, Brain Worm's off the table. I don't want to go up to the side. I mean, Callus is not too bad, but yeah, I think the 13 is multiclassing in a Soldier. And so for now, it's what I want right here. And thing is, the better option is actually dropping this stuff, not getting Detonation. I've only used it a little bit. I still really don't like it. I think Dissolve is solid. But I could go into multiclass Soldier earlier and just have Iron Grip and move towards everything else. I'm pretty happy with this stuff. I'm not in love with Disorient, but it's useful enough. I could actually consider doing this stuff. I should consider Disorient buffs. I so rarely do it, and part of the reason why I tried to limit my... limit what talents I'm allowed to learn and make myself go max talent cap was to get myself to use things I didn't use before. And I found some things that I slept on a little bit that I like more than I thought I would. Pain Editor being a big one there. Because the difficulty is high enough that I can't take no damage. I mean, I could play better, I suppose. So I'm thinking I really want to go for something like this and just make Disorient better and see if I can get good value out of that one. As much as I like Venom Trap, and I really do like Venom Trap, I'm going to try Disorient value. And just kind of keep going. Right, another 15 crit vuln, minus 10 meter sight range, makes them super useless. Sight range and move speed actually are a tight combination because the thing that makes me nervous about Disorient is the fact that they walk around randomly, and so there's a chance that they just turn into your team and you get really sad. But if they don't move very fast and don't see very far, you can often just not get screwed by the random movements. I'm also really tempted. Let's see, how many tokens do I have available? If I have 2, I'm going to spend 1. Yeah, I'm going to respec him and go into Partial Soldier. I'm still going to go spend my points in Scourge mostly, but I'm going to redo this and just not go up for this stuff. I'm going to go here. I'm going to grab this. I'm still going to grab these. I'm going to grab this on Morass. Honestly, I kind of want the duration. Or I want the distance. I don't really want the duration, but I think the 6 meter distance actually is kind of useful. I don't think I need the +1 charge. It's been situational enough that I don't really care. And so I've got points I need to spend. I'm going to multiclass in a Soldier. Because I need, well, I want Iron Grip for my E-Rifle. I don't need the pure damage part, but I'm going to need the recoil back sometimes. So I will eventually go that way, and I'll eventually go into here. Again, I can go into an Urban Assault as well. I have a lot of close quarters accuracy overall. Not from here, but I think it's in my passive tree a little bit, I think. Maybe I'm griefing. Yeah, 5% here, which is enough to, make a meaningful difference and hit breakpoints often enough. So with these, several points saved up... Wait, what did I not learn, by the way? Because the fact that I have 4 unspent points... yeah, I unspent these 4... Oh, it was going here, right. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spend all this value here, and I'm going to try Disorient on 3-turn cooldown and +1 charge, and just give it a really good look. Single target 30 crit vuln is not even a bad debuff. It costs 1 AP, which hurts a little bit, but it's, not a bad combat debuff. And, yeah, I think I'm going to try to get that some real value. I'm going to quickly send in a minor bug, tooltip bug on Scourge's Disorient. It mentions that it cannot be used on alert enemies, but this is false. Please don't change the functionality. I really like that I can use this in combat. I know I said a bug report 2 days ago that was it doesn't need to say Overwatch, it can't be used on alert, but it can, it was lying. And I'm happy that it can. I actually wish that the Vanguard's Anticipation could be used on in-combat enemies to get crit vuln there as well, is what it is. Anyway, we'll try to get value out of that one. We get some crit chance printing from Tox Cloud, some crit chance printing from Disorient. Weirdly, the Scourge is like super not a crit class normally. But, you know, crit chance is still useful for the team, don't get me wrong. So the siege has been completed. It is time for Coyote Hotdrop. This can often be a complete cluster. But I have not run this mission since they changed the stealth rules that allows you to, like, perennially stay hidden. I think I'm going to drop this camera leverage here. And let's see, what team do I actually want to run? Not the Wire Ghost. Probably not the Cybersword, to be honest. Actually, I might just run this crew and put my Cybersword on the trainer and let her gain some XP. I don't have much device disabling. I'm actually very combat heavy here. I'm actually, before I forget, let me put my silencers and stuff on. Got a better silencer here for funsies. Better noise reduction, and I even get some more stealth crit damage, which is fun. Kinda nice. Highest gear level. You're gonna switch your revolver out for a pistol, I do believe. Actually, I'm gonna give you the SMG here. That's gonna be quiet enough. Noise at 15 is fine. And then this is the better optic, so here you go. It's actually a very good optic. 7 accuracy. I should switch this. She's going to pistol more than he's going to, I think. You're going to go here. Get a boatload of accuracy and a lot of range. And it is silenced. And then you're going to get the slightly smaller one. Still accuracy, though, which is good. I think that'll be acceptable. You've got your shotgun in that. You've got your E-rifle in that. And then, yeah, you've got the baby one. That's fine. That's solid for the team. My Wire Ghost is wounded, but I'm going to need him for a truck job, so it doesn't matter. Before I forget, actually, we got the other shotgun grip, so let me put that in here. Harrier grip becomes adaptive J grip, which is an improvement. Great. Now the shotgun and the E-rifle are better. Yeah, that should be okay. Can I craft another... I'm going to try to craft another silencer and an angled grip for this. I believe I have one. I could be wrong. Yep, angled grip for a Urban Assault is worth it to me. Let's craft you. Great. Truck job, again, going to be due in 1 day. We'll run that with the Wire Ghost. He's wounded, he's stressed, he's sad, but it is what it is. Vanguard is gaining some XP. She's not going to level up from that. That's okay, though. I'm really tempted. I think I really do want to run the Scourge the next mission. On truck job, I should say. Let's go give our Cybersword some XP. Where are you? Here you are. Send to the trainer. And then, okay. I don't think I have an open detox bench. I mean, I could put my Scourge in it, or my Wire Ghost in it, but he's hopping out for truck job. Truck job is, as far as I'm concerned, basically hacker mandatory. Let's go Coyote Hotdrop. Here's the squad. It's looking pretty solid. You're silenced here on this stuff. He's silenced here on that. Other two are running melee. We're no longer very, very smoke heavy, as things have changed around. Actually, real quick, I do have 2 field coordination charges available. Height booster requires more than I've got, though. And so there's not a lot of value in field coordinating because until I get another token, which is going to require 7 days-ish. Yeah, I can't height booster, so we're sitting here without that one. Checking one final thing, not that it's going to matter, but I'm just kind of curious. Team hype. Yeah, Wire Ghost is still in line, Vanguard's in line, EX is in line, Soldier, when he gets off this mission, will also have some stuff. Okay, finally, it is time to do some stuff. It is Coyote Hotdrop. Here is the team. It is a fairly combat-heavy group, but as long as we kill everyone that sees us in any given turn, we can get a lot of forward progress and stay hidden for when things really hit the fan. Hopefully it all goes well. Let's start the mission. It's time for a power play. Our Coyote and our target are inbound, way over there. We're a little early. Let's try to get closer. There's some static on the wave tonight, be careful. Okay, 3 enemies start near us. Where are they going? What are they doing? And keep in mind that bypassing them is relatively useful. Don't know what you're doing, but I don't really care. I don't think you're running right at me. I think it's so unlikely I'm not going to bother looking. I think we can let these guys run around and do whatever, and then we can run towards his box. Optional looting, could always try. Although my knowledge of this mission tells me we're definitely not doing that. For now, though, I can simply delay and let these guys all do whatever they're going to do. Accountant can happily coordinate a charge of the team. Very happy to have that going on. Getting plenty of tally every turn, but it's not too bad. Yeah, I don't want to open up on these guys. We'll let them run around. You're probably simply turning. Yep. And you guys are walking away. Just what the doctor ordered. Now, this guy rolls a 24, which is pretty scary. I don't think I'm likely to get the outright kill on this turn, so I really want to know what parts of line of sight are going to work and which ones aren't. It also might really mean I need to cast Look Ahead again. Now, for you, I can Silent Stalker up no problem. But I should go late here. And I'm also really tempted to Tox Cloud these guys and just, like, I get some free softening up, and that's kind of good. Let's see. Yeah, if I stand here, you can't see. If you're going back and forth like that, you're not going to get anything. You're walking out that way, which is not anything. The thing I'm worried about is if a Tox Cloud goes too far forward to actually catch us here. So I think what I'm going to do is something like this, where I Tox Cloud out that way. It's really not going to catch that much. You'll eventually walk into it, and you'll get hit right away. And I think that'll be good enough. I think it's a good start. Start catching you guys, which is fine. And yeah, if I just go like this, I'm not going to catch my own guys, but you will walk into this, and that'll be fine. You're not running into her line of sight. I will crouch and hide behind this wall. You will turn, but we'll be far enough away that you don't see me. Like, from here, this is more than 18 meters, so you're going to go there, crouch, and hide behind this. Yeah, this is 23 meters, and you're not that much closer. I mean, you're probably not even turning around, right? I guess I could be really try to be safe here, right? Delay, yield, and say screw it. Let's just spend everything. Let's just make sure we know. Let's make sure we know. If I had a Vanguard, I'd use that for just a single buff, but yeah, you're turning that, which means I can actually hide back here, like at this loot box, and it's not a problem at all. So I'm going to go walk here. All right, no one knows anything. We get a weapon mod and a frag grenade. I'm just going to have you stop here and bank one initiative. Going to have you run up. I'm going to pre-cast marker sites since I just want to start the cooldown anyway. Doesn't do anything, doesn't wake up the guard or anything. But similarly, I want you to just be somewhere kind of safe. Yeah, if you're looking left, you can't see behind you. So we can stand here and we're safe. He's not going to be the one to do the fighting. That's fine. Can't really get any closer. That's fine too. Coordinated charge was almost a little bit of a waste of the AP, but honestly, the 20% move speed adds up. Like, yeah, we mostly banked 1 AP, but we also saved, like, another 1.5 from the move speed, and so we would have been, like, a little bit farther away. Maybe still would have been alright. Probably could have still coordinated charged in, but I think this whole thing was fine. You're there and chilling, and then Vidon. I think, yeah, not a problem. Just kind of walk up to here. You're not going to see me based on what that angle looks like, and so we're okay. All right. You're going to go back, and it won't matter. You're going to get caught by the Tox Cloud first. Let's go. So, you're suspicious, which doesn't matter. And I just really want to try hard to make sure that I don't leave witnesses at the end of a turn. I really want my team to remain hidden. Oh, you are very close to these guys. You there? We're here. The Coyote dumped me. Get me out of this hell zone. So a lot more guards are nearby. That is scary. Thankfully, they count as getting woken up on the future turn. These guys don't move, but guess what? You definitely could run toward Dakota, and that would be scary. So, and your initiative's a 22. And you might wake up the detonator. Lots could go poorly if we're not careful. Okay. Well, I'm going to wait for you to waste your turn. And everyone else do the same. I don't like what you're doing. You're walking away from Tox Cloud, which I don't love, but can't do anything about that one. I think it is time. I'm going to Silent Stalker so I can get this first attack and have her look out this way. We don't know what you guys are doing, so I shouldn't be worried about any of this. Once again, I want to note that, like, okay, right, without Silent Stalker on, I can get to right there, okay? Right, I'm, like, directly behind her. And then here we go. I pop the buff. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's about the same. Take it back. Looks like that worked as expected. There have definitely been instances where the, like, real movement feels very different after using some kind of buff like this, but in this case, we're fine. Yeah, so you put all your buffs on. I don't really mind that. You're going to go back down here. Yeah, it's a bunch of glances, but you'll still eventually die. Third shot should kill. If it doesn't, I'm sad. There we go. What I was looking for, get all my AP back. My team is back to hidden. You can buff your own evasion, but you don't debuff me. And again, I'm away from your vision cone. I'm not worried about this. If you do see me, we can railgun you. It's fine. I guess you would turn alert, but again, I don't think anything's going to happen here. I'm going to move you in case you are one that can be seen. I doubt that you can, but this would be a direct line of sight. Okay, moment of truth. Up you go. Yep, we're good. I was pretty sure she only sight 2 meters. I could have actually verified it by, like, doing a fake move and, like, comparing the distance and whatnot. Fastest way out has got to be this way. Going through the middle seems unneeded. We can bypass these guys entirely. You walk toward me at 19, but as long as I'm behind this building, I'm not getting caught. I think that's the fastest route. Going to there, I'm very clearly behind the building, not getting caught. That should be totally safe. You don't go until next turn. You're going away on this turn. You're not going to see me. This is a fine place to stand. My knight is still wounded and does need that to get fixed at some point. Well, I don't have the tools right now, though. I actually should have considered rewinding and getting Accountant up for another buff sooner. I also really want to consider red dotting one of these guards. But the problem is I can't get into range without getting a range boost, so unfortunately, as much as I would like to try that, and I think it'd be really interesting, I mean, maybe if I roll well enough on initiative. Problem is he rolled a literal 22, so I mean, this guy can't even roll high enough to win. Yeah. So if this guy didn't have a really good initiative roll, we could go, like, use pre-computed on the soldier, have him walk up, hit this guy, and he's going to start walking towards me with red dot. That would actually be pretty good, and I think a good use of the talent. But, again, don't have that capability here, because the initiative doesn't line up. It is what it is. A little bit too bad, but it's fine. Vidon, obviously don't want you to get seen. That would be bad for you. That's telling me on the movement preview that you're fine. That looks pretty clearly true that you're fine, so great. And we hug this building, and again, this vision cone just is not going to get past that wall. Don't know what you're doing. I want to be a little bit safe with Anarchist as a result, even though I would love to charge up and kill this guy. You rolled a 19, and there's a world where you turn around, so let's be far enough away that you would have to turn the corner before you see me. And I don't know what anyone else is doing, so I've got to be really fair with Dakota here. But the more of the wall that I hug, the less likely I am to die. I'm just going to hide deep in this corner and just really hope, you know? Really, really hope. Well, they're poisoned, thankfully. I don't know if I refreshed the duration on you because you walked out and then it got put back in. That static wasn't right. We've got party crashers. Bravestar patrols these sections and lower foundations looking to catch coyotes, but it's too convenient. So Bravestar has arrived. Get me out of here. And of course, they're right on our exit. So there's a group of 3. Another group of 3. And a final group of 3. Bravestar don't know you're there. Give them a few seconds, they'll clash with the Fenian. So he's standing around, it's good news for me. We know you're useless. So I'm not in too much of a rush here, I believe. Let's see, I mean, you're at 17. I mean, if you walk all the way down and spot that, I think it's really unlikely. Oh, they brought drones as well. These guys, yeah. Well, they've got some real power behind them. Heavily armored, very high health. Regular assault riflers. They've got a shotgunner here. I'm not seeing any snipers, which is actually a little bit nicer for me, because those tend to put in Overwatch cones. And it looks like they're not waking up Fenian near them. I don't know if they're going to fight them anyway. I don't... Normally when I play this mission, I run through the middle and I have Tactical Surge, so I'm like... At the end of turn 2, I'm already right here, instead of all the way back here. So normally this is all, like... I already have vision on all the Fenian here, so we'll see what it looks like. But yeah, none of them are alert yet, and thankfully my entire team is fully hidden. So... we can let this go and figure stuff out. You are heading forward. You should not see Dakota. She's hiding under the wall. You have not yet found Bravestar. You should not be able to see me. I am right about that. Although you are closer to your footsteps, that's a little scary. It won't be too bad. You probably get visual contact here, depending on how far your patrol goes. Okay, there you are. Everyone is alert. Well, some people are alert. Let's see, who else is there to wait for? You don't need to be waited for. I don't know what you're doing, but I don't need to wait for you. Then everyone else is SWAT. Okay. It's time to run forward, then to kill some guards. Actually, one consideration is I don't want alert guards to get a turn while I'm spotted. I want to clear these out as quickly as possible. Do I have a good red dot play on anybody? Not really. Okay, if I go here and shoot at you, I guess you can kind of see upstairs. I really need both of you to be, done for. I don't know what your initiative roll is. It's off the screen. You're at 20. You're at something below that. How do I get the right amount of progress here? Because I don't want you to see me. I mean, if I red dot you from right here, do you turn left? I'm not in range of him anyway. And how sure am I that, you're within... Yeah, you're 5 meters apart from each other, so, Anarchist would have to crouch for the last little bit here. We might get some shots. Honestly, I think we can make it work. I'm going to go ahead and take the risk here that I can go play for the fight. I think we'll be okay. I mean, even at worst, if all they do is hear gunfire, we're still not revealed. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this. I think it'll be fine. I want to guarantee it, so I want to marker sights you. The next turn, actually can't get you both anyway. I'm just gonna marker sights this one guy. Just want the kill guaranteed, basically. For fun, I can Iron Grip for a little bit of bonus damage. It's waiting for going back on cooldown anyway. It's not like it's a big deal. Some damage on you. You're angry. I understand. Let's see. Would Anarchist get spotted? It tells me yes. If I duck, I probably don't, though. Let's see. How far do I go till I get spotted? You have to go pretty far. Yeah, it's right there. And if I go all the way back there, it's still the same. So I'm going to start with this. I am in Crimson Vector range, and I'm easily in Slash Slide range. You wouldn't hear me. I don't see an icon for you. So I'm going to trust that's accurate as well. That's fine. Okay, if I crouch, you don't see me. It's what I thought. So if I crouch in Crimson Vector, you should also not see me. I want this corpse to not be spotted, by the way. Which means I kind of want to be somewhere like this. Although I'm worried about you being a real problem. Your initiative roll is actually quite good. And you're sadly ahead of this guy. If you turn right, I am very sad. Let's see. I have 5 AP, so actually going for Crimson Vector once is actually a pretty reasonable option here. Let's see. Yeah, I can crouch anywhere in here and he can't see me. So, crouching for Crimson Vector here is safe. Going a little bit shy should be fine. The crit is huge, actually. I think we just take the claw kill then. Down you go. You don't see the corpse, and I can actually go back to hidden back here, because you can't see if I'm ducking. That seems pretty safe to me, and like a good choice. So you're still unaware. We're still hidden. And I don't think trying to ambush you is any good. I mean, if I do it ducking, I only have claw attacks. That does not seem like enough. Yep, I think it's fine for me to crouch back to here and be done with it. Let's see. I've killed this guard and not dissolved the corpse, but that's going to be guards being sent the wrong way. So I don't care about that too much. These guys should not be a danger. You're going to walk up. Not far enough, though. I do want to get rid of this corpse at some point, but I'm not in an immediate rush to do so. Although he is, I think... Oh, I'll be hurt. Okay, I've got to crouch for one of these moves. Crouch to there, then sprint. That means I don't get very far, but I'll get to, like, the barrels. That's acceptable. I mean, I can't do anything else anyway. I have no reason to Venom Trap you, I don't think. I mean, I can't get it anyway. It's fine, just run up. Being there is fine. Okay, my team is hidden. The enemies are alert, but not of me. You're useless, that's great. This will be a relatively long mission, just because I've got it through all that, but... if we can keep our head down, we are fine. Puts one in Overwatch. This guy probably outright attacks. You got plenty of AP. It's going to go pretty well for them. It's going to get 2 attacks here. Plenty of guards now woken up and suspicious. In fact, outright alert in some cases. You don't get heard. That's great. I can... okay, gotta be careful about going too loud. I can get to there. No one hears me. And then I can crouch to here, and it's fine. You're not turning any farther right anyway. This guy's been shot. He's probably alert. Now, for the most part, the Fenian are... oh, he's actually not alert. Okay, now he is, and immediately goes into Overwatch. You're dying pretty quickly. The cool thing is that the Fenian did roll better on initiative, and Bravestar isn't doing too much overwatching. That guy's probably dying, unless he misses the shot. Oh, he switched. Okay, well, that makes him miss. This guy's not turning alert yet. I think he's going to have no AP by the time he gets visibility. Like, he'll be alert right now, but not have the AP for it. And then drones don't share status with humans, so he just won't automatically turn alert here. This guy's actually just not in combat outright. Okay. So Dakota can't do a whole lot. I mean, we can have her crouch. These guys have a really good chance of moving via being told by Sec AI to do stuff, as there are violent intruders about. You're just going to kind of stand here and hope you don't get one shot by these guys. But a lot of guards going to be running over there. Alright, well, down goes one of the F-Dusters. And you didn't kill the detonator. Okay, so a lot of these guards get to fight back. Of course, there's a lot of Sec tally. Lots of reports of gunfire. Yep. Now, again, this is pretty dangerous for Dakota because they are going to be running right toward where she is. So I may have actually made some mistakes here in not cleaning up enough guards. There is a road where she outright dies here, depending on initiative rolls, right? If these guys are both at 20, right? Okay, oh, you're going through the middle. That's actually really good for me. I guess they probably all will, to be honest. That's probably just faster pathing outright. They all go through the middle and get poisoned. Yeah, so you're just kind of going up there. You jumped successfully. That's good. I was worried about that maybe getting caught, but we're okay. Okay, you're able to fight in time, but will you knock this guy out of Overwatch? You're way too far away. This is not a good shot. He hit anyway? No way. That's got to be like a 40 to hit. Actually, worse. It's probably like 25 to hit. I'm going to try to see how Mego's shots went. Grenade is actually pretty sweet, though. Okay. Didn't do a ton, but it's something. This guy has a shot as well. Wow, they're actually hitting. So last time I ran this mission, the Fenian got completely trounced in initiative rolls and were incredibly useless. Like, I think they almost all died almost instantly. You have grenades. You know that, right? I will say for me, some of the coolest stuff for me in games is actually seeing things like this, where it's like, I'm the third party with enemies fighting each other. I just find that always to be very interesting and like fun to play around and play with. I like would try to make StarCraft maps where that happened. I always found it very enjoyable to be like the third party, and I would like pick the winner or, you know, do whatever. I just find it to be really interesting, and it's hard. It's like, it's a really rare circumstance to be in. It's like to be the third party in a firefight. So this is always one of my most memorable missions, especially now that they fixed turning hidden appropriately. because for up until about 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, or whatever, you would just like, oh yeah, I killed one of the guards, and one of my guys counts as spotted, and now Bravestar knows where I am, because someone else spotted me at any point in time, and now they're dead, but they're alert, and so they have map hacks. And to be fair, like, you know, alert versus spotted is still map hacks, but at least, you know, going back to hidden is achievable. So it's basically my whole team's turn to go. I think still waiting for everyone else is correct. I'm not in a rush here. Let's get all of our information. I don't believe there are buffs I'm trying to grab. Now, to be fair, Bravestar is still much stronger, I think, than these guys. I mean, they are running them out of people. I still wanted to check how accurate Mega was, because I'm surprised he got both hits. But I might not get the chance. Certainly they are winning this. Okay, it's got to be a lot of pages back, but 55-61. I guess this guy wasn't quite in cover. Yeah, he's just off from it, and so this is a long range, but his SMG still reaches. All right, fair enough. I'm really underestimating the range of enemy guards. He can't do any more waiting. He's at 10. He can't yield any further. You guys should be running in a straight line, though, so I'm not worried about that getting funky for me. He should stay hidden, no problem. So I think you're fine there. He's going towards his captain, but is at 0 AP. You should have 2 AP here. No, you don't. No, you don't. But I don't know if you beat this guy in initiative. This guy rolled infinity, so yeah. This feels... I kind of want to save sprint until I've coordinated charge back. I've coordinated charge back in 2 turns, and getting the plus 20% move speed seems really worth it for that. As long as you don't turn too close to me, which, you know, is possible for you, but... You know, I'm going to sprint just so I'm not in a spot where you can easily visit me. It does mean that... Yeah, okay, it's going to be much less likely that he spots me now. And I'm hopefully blocking... Hopefully I don't get reinforced right here. I'd have to kill them right away. And of course they'll share status, and I think if someone else like has a turn with the status shared, there we go, wow. It can get kind of bad. It's a little dangerous if they turn right at all. I get caught out here. You're gonna have Anarchist do it, so that with her paint editor, she's like more okay. And yeah, I'm gonna also go 1 AP short, and actually I'll just yield. See what Anarchist can actually do. If you sprint, this will likely not snap, but we'll see. I'm quite confident this won't snap, but who knows? Yeah, unsurprising. Well, they can't see me yet. Get my loot. Okay, we get another slightly bigger melee weapon. Still not the biggest, but it's something. Grab some pixels here. Vidon, I think, has no reason to Toxic Cloud with these guys. They're on the losing team. Hugging over there is probably fine. I don't expect to get... I mean, they would have to literally come closer to see me. You would have to come a lot closer to see me, so none of that seems dangerous. You should be safe to run there. If 5 die, I get a bunch of favors. Well, it seems pretty likely. Boosting Anarchist, I don't even know what her role... Oh, no, she's at 28. Or 18, rather. I don't think this guy can spot you. Let's see. If you're standing right here... I don't know why they would ever turn right, but yeah, I think Anarchist is fine. I don't think she can get spotted here. This guy has, like, the slimmest of chances, but I think it's also very unlikely. I'm willing to play with a bit of fire here, and I think Anarchist is fine. Although there is a chance it goes poorly as a result, but again, I think it's fine. Only have my Knight for device disabling, but there's only one device in the entire map, so who cares? Talks about debuffs again. It's kind of funny that I'm weakening the weaker team. Didn't really need to do that, to be honest. Is it combat drugs? It's not escalation. Or, sorry, it's not reinforcements. It's combat drugs. Okay, well, please don't shoot at my team, or it's gonna suck a lot. Oh, you actually outrolled him. Thankfully you missed the second one, but that's really too bad for our guy here. Okay, you broke his cover. However, he's still a shotgunner. And these guys aren't taking any damage from you. This wildfire's dying. Now hopefully they all start running towards the middle, which will get them out of the way. Who are you shooting at? That guy? Alright, sure. Oh yeah, he has pretty poor cover there, I think. Sec AI in your ear. Oh, really? Turns alert. Do you even have a fight? Yeah, you don't really have a fight there. Yep, down goes the captain. Yeah, we are running out of Fenian. Which means they're going to pretty quickly get to the point of... Wow, you went right all the way out there. That's so funny. Yep, my team is still hidden, though. Right, this should be fine. Don't expect you guys to see me. The accelerants, by the way, is just straight up move points, nothing too special. Can eventually get up there. Turn 6 is coordinated charges back. I'm going to run you a little bit closer to, like, away from these guys. Just don't really want to be on this bridge right now. That's good enough. It's very hard to find good spots to stand on this bridge. The pathing is really weird around it. There's, like, are some spots that just don't count as, like, you can't click there. But you can path through it. I think you're only one attack here. Yep. Toxcloud has despawned by now. So it's not hitting any of Brave Star. But again, they don't know where we are, so they shouldn't be cutting us off too badly. And we can hopefully get around that. I do wish I had smoke right now. Since we are fully hidden, smoke would actually be pretty much perfect. I am probably going to throw Tox somewhere this direction. For now, I can still delay, but it's looking pretty likely that I'm going to look for that. You're going to cheat up, turn alert, and do nothing. Hopefully Bravestar hugs the left-hand side, but there's always a world where they get somewhere else and it gets bad for me. Now, that shotgun is pretty tanky, but that shred helps. Okay, well, they're in a decent enough fight here. I still need to be relatively hidden. Yeah, okay. How sure am I no one looks too far this way? So I can try to get up here, but if you turn around, you spot me. So I kind of want my entire team to be, like, here-ish, and then try to make a break for it into, like... I usually go into this room here, and it works okay. We kind of go from here. With coordinated charge, we can get into that room no problem. Take our time, wait it out, and then... we get close here on 6 AP, we don't quite get it. But we still get pretty far, and that's pretty good. I'm thinking, yeah, everyone hiding, though, in cover, to me makes a lot of sense. You don't have to be too aggressive here. We don't have to be in a big rush. I assume Bravestar will spread out. There's still some fighting to go over. Do a short yield because I can. Yeah, we can't really go much farther than this anyway. Being down the bottom of those stairs doesn't seem any good. So, yeah, just getting everyone around here seems very, very reasonable. Dakota has spare AP. Well, too bad. You're just going to hug that. Remake is fine, ultimately. Nothing else I can really do. We'll see how this fight goes. I'd actually love to slow down Bravestar some more. But there's only going to burn look ahead just on, like, one guy for 2 initiative, even though... would it even make a difference? It would, actually. Okay, it actually would make a difference, so I'm going to slow him down by 2 initiative. There's a chance to get some more Bravestar afterwards, but... I think legit doing this allows this guy to die and let the Fenian have more people. So that's actually useful here. I'm going to have you end your turn. Vidon could try to find a good Tox Cloud. Aiming it vaguely that way might work alright. It'll just kind of wander over and hit somebody eventually. I think that's actually acceptable. I'll have to hide back here for the last AP, but I think that's fine. I think if I aim it far enough up that way, it's not going to get too far in the way. I have to walk through that. No, there's no way. I have to walk farther. I have to walk through that too reliably. Bouncing a Venom Trap in doesn't seem good either. I guess there's nothing here for me. I think we just hide back here and it is what it is. And similar here for Accountant. Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten anywhere else special, so yeah, we're just going to hide back here. There's going to be escalation. It is very likely to be reinforcements. And I really hope they'll keep walking this way and not toward me. If they walk towards the middle, it's actually kind of playable. Here we go. Next turn. Tox Cloud is finally about over. Okay, re-upped their move point buff. I don't know if it stacks or not. You should have a shot on this guy. You're kidding. You griefed this really hard. Okay, well, someone's dying. Yeah, you're done. You're done in a second shot here. Oh, you switched targets. Okay. Let's see. How does this work? Nope, it just refreshes the duration. Fine. Yeah, you kind of trolled that. Okay. Let's see. We let these guys act and hope we get our opening. Looks like everyone can delay to sub 10, which means I can go past every other guard. This is, if I recall correctly, a coordinated charge turn. You're sticking around, which I don't love. But they're mostly hugging toward the left, as far as I can tell. There's not too many guards to deal with. You're a little close for my taste, but... yeah, we actually can't get up these stairs. Is that full auto? Nope. It's a decent crit. You really should have gone full auto on these guys, though. I'm surprised you didn't. Okay, well, they're all, like, right there. Which isn't exactly ideal. You have a shot. Oh, just Overwatch? Fine. Oh, it's decent damage. You kill one? No, but they're getting low. You're killing him back? Yep. Well, they're definitely getting whittled down. Let's have you wait. Yeah, you are just mostly hiding, which isn't going to help you guys win, I'll be honest. Only wait for the last two. Ow. Yep. Keep it going. Great. Hey, they're actually cleaning up some of Brave Star. We take those. Coordinated charge, I think, doesn't have any use here because that's an Overwatch cone that I... yes, I could mark strike this guy, but he has this vision on me. He needs to not be right here. So I think it's a do-nothing turn and hope it goes well. They hopefully clear out and don't run toward me. If they run toward me, it's going to be a shit show. Well, down goes another Wildfire. Giant Overwatch cone. Yeah, I think this is... I end my turn on about everybody. There's a world where Accountant actually pops Coordinated Charge at the end of this turn, so everyone carries it over to the next turn. And then I rewind him, and we, like, do it again in 2 turns. But I've got to get past these guys, which I don't know how to do. I'll take every reload I can. Don't really have many, to be honest. But I really need these guys to not be, well, where they are. These are still mostly Fenian here, so, like, Toxico doesn't help me clear out Brave Star. There's only 3 around here. Like, I'm not too far off from this actually being able to sneak through, but this stuff here is in the way. If I had a Vanguard to throw up, you know, the vision blocker and stuff, it'd start looking a little bit better, but I just don't have that right now. I don't think I have any, like, real Venom Trap access. No. I could try. That's not any good. No, I think we're just sitting here. I can just wait for next turn to Coordinated Charge and still use Rewind. There's no rush to start this cooldown early. I'll take an SMG reload, because why not? Please get out of the way. Okay, that is the Fenian getting reinforced right there, which is honestly kind of playable. Although they're just going to pull a Brave Star toward them. We can keep waiting, and eventually they'll die. Like, they're going to be, you know, infinite, right? We can hide here until someone stumbles upon us. We're just watching the NPCs go at it, I guess. It'll actually take a lot for Fenian to, like, win long-term. Like, they're very far from winning. Just because, you know, how much stronger the forces are, but... theoretically... No. He didn't look right. I think we have to kill that guy, though. You just walked into Overwatch. That's your turn being done. That was almost terrible. That could have gone really poorly. Well, most of the Fenian are dead now. That Overwatch cone is kind of weird. This guy is hella useless. I think they technically know I'm here and have Overwatched me, but they're not going to do anything about it because I'm hidden, so their AI can't follow it, is what I'm guessing. I don't actually know if that's true. Yeah, we can clean you up in a single turn. That shouldn't be too bad. You get 2 shots here. Okay, that's a good shred, actually. That's very helpful. The shred's kind of the most important part of what they're doing. Because it means that, like, the garbage can follow up more strongly. And I can follow up more strongly. This drone is not dying anytime soon. He's in cover here as well. No Overwatch, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's... Margaret Heights is up. And just getting the AP to do everything I want, I think it's actually worth it here. Getting everyone up to, like, 13 and stuff as well. I'm going to go to 9. Yeah, I think it's literally Coordinated Charge, so we can get this guy, like, really cleanly. You're going to 5, you're going to 2, you're going to 2. And that means we can go after everyone and just have Dakota do nothing, which is fine. We basically let all the AI take their turn, rush this guy down, and then get back into cover. And they shouldn't know anything. Okay, second shot. That's some damage. I don't want a Venom Trap because it doesn't actually help because I need him to die from weaponry. Can Venom Trap you? That's actually useful, but I still need to wait. Still need to wait for them to all have their turns. You should have a Shotgun Blast, probably 2 actually. First shot was, oh, he's a basic guy, so yeah, he doesn't have good armor. He's almost dying to this. Or close to dying to this. That's still 2 shots, I think. Not bad. You're shooting this guy. I think you have 1. No, you don't have any. Okay. Dakota's going to end her turn and do nothing. Everyone else is going to actually play the game. You chose to stay... No, you have a line of sight here. Wow, you guys kind of suck at this. That crit's kind of nice, though. Alright, it's time to play the game. This guy is real. He will easily die to just simply getting... Let's see. Who can do this well? He's marker sights, right? Yeah. You get rid of the armor somehow. That's not the easiest. If I do a short yield, it's only behind Accountant. That's not really special. I think popping Downer is good. So I can just go for these shots and we'll see how it goes. Having this guy hear my gun is not worth it. Crit means Downer. Means you're even lower and everything else. It's going to make these shots really easy. Well, that's Downer twice, which I didn't need, but whatever. We keep critting. We get some pretty good damage out of it. You're spotted because you, of course, shot this guy while you were in his vision range. That makes total sense. Don't want to hide there. I don't think it's worth it. You don't have anyone else who can hear you. I'm thinking with the silencer on, let me double check the math here. Oh, wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I didn't realize the automatic has the same damage full auto as single target. That is surprising to me. But sure, great. Clearly, I should just go 3 shots then. Okay, that's kind of nice. That is recoup. There is a nice shred. You can go single target here, which is looking decent still. Almost dead. I could go a little bit closer for, but I don't really have a strong desire to. I'm going to short yield so Anarchist gets this one. The goal would be, let's see, turn off snapping. Can you get this? If you go here, do you get this? Okay, it's telling me I will leap. We'll see if that's true or not. You see me, you're angry. I claw you. You die. My team should go back to hidden. They do. I cannot safely yield back to him. Nobody should be fighting on this side of the screen, but I should still be pretty safe. I think standing here is acceptable. I'm playing a little bit more aggressive, but I think it's okay. I mean, I could really risk it. You know what? I want to get up to here. I think I can do it. I think it's safe. I think I'm fine. This is taking a bit of a risk, but I got to make progress at some point. And I think this will actually work. You have plenty of AP. You can go plenty far. I know I'm greening the loot box, but I have enough AP to do it. 25k cred chip. And you can very easily hide in this room with no one who can see you. You are chilling over there. And I'm thinking at this point now, Vidon actually can get pretty far up and do some pretty good things. So what I want to do is basically spend down to 4. If I Tox Cloud this way, I actually catch quite a lot of Brave Star. So no one can hear you. Tox Cloud here for sure reaches this guy and moves towards more of them. And I'm not going to clip where my team is going. This guy's always dead now. Now the question is, do I want to risk trying to get more? Right, like if I go here, I'm not remotely in Venom Trap range on this guy. If I try to run here, I'm beholden on Remake getting a good initiative roll. My min roll is 12, which could easily be spotted by these guys chasing these people down. So, am I willing to risk that? I think the answer is kind of no. Actually, my min roll is 11, which is far worse. Dakota dies And that means your min roll is actually 19. But I'm really relying on Epsilon not getting it farther forward, which honestly I think is not going to happen. I'm taking this risk because I can pre-compute it, and I don't see how you're going to go shoot this guy and then run downward toward my Scourge. So I'm going to start getting my team up here, and I think it's going to be okay. I'm also very likely to rewind Accountant, and you can coordinate a charge again. Toxcloud should kill one. It also debuffs another one. Down you go. 2 guards are missing. Investigation in progress, you don't say. Reports of gunfire, you don't say. Well, I don't have steamroll for the team. Okay, well, they got move points, which can make this scarier. Oh, right, they have a camera that I didn't do anything about. Forgot about that one for sure. But still, like... Epsilon kill... I just... Yeah, I think my team can just go here and it's going to be okay. I don't see why they would run toward me and spot me. I mean, there's a world where they do it, don't get me wrong. I guess I should just wait on remake then and just kind of make sure. These two are fighting each other and it shouldn't be that bad. Cool, that's you down. You're probably going to go fight this drone. Yeah, okay, cool, we're good. Accountant can't make it all the way over, of course. That's fine, everyone here is safe. I can't imagine the Fenian actually going here when they're already in pitched combat against Bravestar. But I do need to get Vidon to safety. I am tempted to throw Venom Traps out, but I think I'm going to wait. I don't think it is correct for me. And then the question is, am I okay standing here or should I get really into the room? Like, do I need to be really safe? I probably should just be really safe because why be stupid about it? We're not in like an immediate rush to get through this map right now. You're going to get some shots here. Now, he won't take any poison damage from Toxcloud, but he does have the minus initiative and crit vuln and minus move speed. Okay, you're doing nothing. Dakota cannot get very far. That's the scary thing, is like she doesn't go very far on a turn. She can sprint and get like near this box, but I'm still very much at the mercy of how everyone else moves. Like if you guys start going towards these guys, she's like super caught out. So for now you need to wait. Let's get as much info as we can. And we are kind of fast approaching the point where there just aren't any Fenian, and so Bravestar are going to patrol. I don't know where those go. I'm surprised you hit both those. I feel like the hit chance there would have been bad. You're in cover, right? 38% on both. That's wild. Well, again, I can still wait. I can still wait. There's this guy here and, like, these 3 guys there, and that's all they've got, right? Alright. Well, now there's just those 3 guys there, which unfortunately brings them all toward me. So I cannot make up this space right now. Yeah, they're all going that way. So until we get more Fenian reinforcements, I'm kind of stuck. And it's going to really depend on where those reinforcements go. And the really scary thing is if they spawn here for some reason, Bravestar's going to run toward them. And I can't do anything about that one. And it's going to be really rough. But for now, I just have to wait. For now, I can't do anything. Accountant is done. Vidon. I do want to get some value out of my poisons. So if I come out here, I can throw a Venom Trap. I'm not sure I'm going to hit anyone. But starting the debuffs actually makes sense. Because Bravestar is going to need to die. Can I get any great bounces? Not really. But you're going to probably run up, and so this is probably going to work. So you probably hit that. And you won't see me or do anything about it. And I'm back in cover. And my Scourge is getting his job done. I don't expect them to run downstairs on me. But is it worth getting closer to the stairs? I don't think so. Alright, we're just going to keep being a coward for a while. Eventually, when we coordinate a charge, we can make a lot of distance. Like, this plus coordinate a charge clearly makes it to the room. The problem is Dakota. And, I mean, she has to live for the mission to work, right? So I just don't feel safe standing down here until I get a bit more info about where these guys go. I mean, I should feel safe, but it's already too late. Dakota's already ended her turn, so just end for now. Anarchist should clearly stop as well. Nothing to do. Let's see what's on turn 9. A little bit of Toxcloud damage isn't too bad. Quantum interference. Escalation 17. Is it drugs? Nope. Yep. It is. It is drugs, which is honestly fine. I think I gave him initiative. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Shred on the drone. There's 4 more where that came from. You're getting very little progress for now. But hey, you know, you cut the damage reduction by... Or the damage... You bump the damage outgoing by about 1.5x. Yeah, we're going to keep waiting. We're going to keep waiting until I actually have, like, some clear space. Okay, you're going to get shots here. 1 might hit. Not a shred, which is unfortunate for you. You hit the venom trap. That's kind of nice. The guy's going to die sooner. Will you take those? You suck at your job, though. Would not mind debuffing these guys with marker sights. But they're not really in range of the guys I can buff here, so it's not quite going to work. And unfortunately, all of Brave Stars is converging on that corner. And what I'm really afraid of is the next reinforcement wave is bottom right corner of the map, way down here. And they run right through me to get there. And I have to find some way to get out from that, which... Don't know how I'm going to do that. And also, these 3 are all drones, so I have no good way... Okay, the nice thing is, at least, is these 3 drones and, like, 2 humans left. Like, there are only 5 of Brave Star left, right? We killed 2 ourselves, well, with help. And then they've been getting through the rest, so, like, it is getting a little bit lower, right? It is getting safer. You're one of the, what, 2 remaining humans? So, you know, it is whittling down. And with how these guys are way up there, and I have coordinated charge. No, I don't have coordinated charge, right? It is 3 turns away. This thing has a 4-turn cooldown. I want to use sprint during coordinated charge, don't get me wrong. But I think what I'm going to go for is just sprint for now. We have to really hope these guys don't get a reinforcement wave down here that they turn around to go fight. But this should take them long enough that they're not going to do that. To be safe, I'll hug the stairs. And the goal is going to be get closest to the room and bump everyone's initiative down by enough that we can kind of make movements. I don't know why they would turn around on us, so I'm going to go up here. I'm going to look ahead as crowd control, essentially. I just want their initiatives to be lower and their move speed to be lower. I'm really tempted to pre-compute myself just so that I can get my Cyberknight into the room. I'm going to do that just to make sure I have that safety. Like, if I go first next turn, I get to, you know, not die. Yeah, I would have needed that. I would have gone here in initiative. Anarchist waits. Accountant, I think, does a similar thing here. He's going to hide behind these stairs and be fairly invisible. There's a spot where you would... I would see hard cover. I'm trying to find it again. I guess it's just that. That's fine. There's no one back here yet. I mean, again, reinforcements could do it. And that would definitely turn things a little pear-shaped. But for now, it's okay. And we lowered a few of them to slower. Vidon's fine. Here we go. Escalation. It could be drugs. I think reinforcements are very likely. It is. And they are unfortunately right behind us. Which means Brave Star will at some point run through us. Because I believe they have map packs on the Fenian. The hope is that it's okay. I don't care that this camera saw me. I mean, the guys will run toward me, but I don't care. So, Accountant doesn't go for a little while. That's a little scary. These guys are hidden, right? I don't expect the Brave Star to run at me too fast. But they could run at me. I want the fewest AP spent possible while still being in very good cover. That scares me a little bit. That's not any better, though. I think this will work. I think it'll work. If it doesn't, it's bad. But I think this will be okay. I think they won't see me. I think the vision cone is too bad. These two are in some risk. I have coordinated charge in 2 turns. I'm trying to hold off on using rewind until I can coordinated charge, then immediately rewind and get a lot of distance there. And then coordinated charge immediately the next turn. Remake can delay. Anarchist can delay. Vidon, this guy is dying, not quite to poison. I could step out and Toxic out again. This doesn't seem the most useful. This guy This guy's already tox clouded. This guy's probably getting shot by guns. Well, we'll see how it goes, but I don't think I have really good debuff usage right now. Okay, second shred, 3 to go. They're just trying. That guy is really tanky, though. Yep, well, they're not moving because they're in a firefight. That's good. They're not running away from the current fight to fight reinforcements. Alright, well, 2 to go. I think on protection points. The damage is starting to get real. The armor's down to like 30%, I think. Oh, 50, but that was still really good damage. Wow, your base damage of that weapon is like 180 something almost? Wow. Well, I mean, technically this would have been like, what, 160? But there's variance in the damage roll. Now, thankfully, you guys... Wow, you went that early? Holy crap. If they run right at me, I get spotted. That's a problem. You can't believe you rolled a 12. Wait, you both rolled a 12? What the hell? The Accountant rolled an 11. I can't get everyone to safety. If they run right at me... If they run, I'm spotted. And the thing is, like, you're gonna run, spot, and then you're gonna run... and turn alert, and I'm like actually getting shot. So I think I need to bump Accountant right now. The reason is that way he goes a little bit earlier. Coordinated charge gives a little bit of initiative. He was the easiest one to see, which is why, like, if it was the other one around, I would have moved her because she was the most likely to be spotted. So you might as well coordinate a charge. I might as well hit my team. Actually, I don't really care about any of my team. +2 in knit doesn't do a lot for Dakota here. It's honestly very, very little. But it does something. And no one else needs it, to be honest. Although, it's useful to give it to some of the people. If I go to here, I still hit remake if she has to go fight. She's going to get something. That's worth, in my opinion. But yeah, we're triggering this camera a lot, so I'm expecting the Fenian to run toward me here. I'm going to run you into this room. And because I can, and because they keep fighting him, I'm going to marker sights this drone. I'm still fairly safe here. I don't expect to get spotted. But there's definitely a world where it's really bad for her. Okay, you're going the wrong way. We love that for you. I guess there were a million corpses elsewhere. Okay, you're the other 12, but I don't believe you can spot her in time. Thankfully, you're walking, not running. This would have been worse if you were running. Alright, Dakota is not allowed to do this. No, just stand up. No, just actually stand up. Wow, it actually won't let me stand up. That's wild. Okay, let's call that a bug. Bugs, medium priority. I cannot stand. My character keeps auto crouching. This bodyguard unit is under a camera, and every time I hit C, whether I'm planning a movement or not, she just immediately auto crouches. Not ideal. We can get around it though, right? Just spend 1 AP, get spotted by the camera, then keep moving. It's not the end of the world. Let the report go through. Also, I can do something like this, where it's as though I'm running. There, if I do that, she'll run 1 AP's worth and just get spotted. Great, now you can just do your job. I'm going to put you right in here. It'll be many turns until I can... let's just do the delay, and then... I'm pretty tempted to throw a Venom Trap out that catches this guy. And I really don't want Brave Star to run at me, but like, they're going to run down towards this dude, and it's going to be a whole thing. That's going to be really annoying to deal with. Like, we can... Man, I'm trying to think how to even make this happen correctly. We won't be seen easily. But a firefight here, I mean, maybe they go far enough that we're fine. This also is going to take them a while. They're still not making good progress. I could throw Toxide out here, but I still don't love it. I think we just do nothing. I think we just wait. We wait and we wait and we wait. You can fight these guys. And then once they're dead, they will run the other way. They are suspicious. Remake. I think we run her to this side. Although it can't really fit, so maybe I should stay here. I think this is safe. Move you a little bit closer up just to break more lines of sight, because like right here, this is visible. So I might need to hide Dakota from these stairs. Like this is actually visible. If I go farther back, it's not any better. The chair might help, but might not. Okay, you can go a little bit farther back. That's actually helpful. That breaks a bit more line of sight here. You still have this, but it's less bad. If they hug this wall, I don't think they get through. Like, this doesn't quite reach, I don't think. Anarchist is fine where she is. We'll see how things go. We're at least getting closer. A little bit of poison damage. The guard is missing. Is it drugs? It's probably drugs. We have one option. It's drugs. Camera no longer sees me, but of course the Fenian only... Well, they're chasing down the camera and they're chasing down everything else. Like, they are going to get close to here. And that's a little bit scary. I mean, there's a lot of body timers that run out as well, but... Please go left, please go left. Shoot. Okay, we're alive. You go so far, holy crap. Okay, well, she ran up like this and didn't spot me. That's good news. That's heartening. Accuracy buffs are helping here for sure. They got to be like 85 to hit and still missing. 63, really? With marker sights on? Wow, okay. Whatever. You're dying on this shot, I'm pretty sure. Not you have evasion, okay. Okay, one armor point left. You keep missing that second shot, that's wild. With the minus evasion too. You're as far back as you can go. You're gonna go find the corpse. Up you go. Okay, it did that. Whatever, it's fine. Found a missing guard. Yep. You're gonna fight this dude right here. Nope, not quite. Okay. Let's keep waiting. And waiting, and waiting. That's a kill, I think. That's good damage there. You got a shot on somebody? Yep. Second shot kills. Down you go. Yeah, well, the goal here is going to be... I mean, eventually this guy dies. But, I mean, they really are all right here. These two are going to run up eventually, but no, I can't do anything yet. I've got to keep waiting. I don't want to run through this. As a preview for what it's worth, right, I could... With coordinated charge, the non-bodyguard units can all make it. Dakota is not exactly close. Like, 20% move speed, to be fair, is a 33% increase, so... Consider that 2 more AP. Then another 2 more AP, it would be close, but I might not get it. If I had Steamroll and coordinated charge, I'm pretty sure I would make it. But, like, it requires all of that. Does Vadon have a good use for Tox Cloud? I'm honestly not seeing one. There's only one human left for Brave Star. That doesn't seem worth it. Morass would clearly be pretty bad. That range is looking kind of nice, though. Don't want to run through it myself, but it'll make combat easier. And then I think Remake is fine where she is. I can take another step towards this wall, be a little bit farther back. But I'm about as safe as I can be. Just really hope that Grunt Captain doesn't spot me. That would suck. But they are taking a while to kill each other, that's for sure. Combat drugs yet again. I'm surprised it wasn't reinforcements, honestly. That would have been likely for me. Slowly killing that drone, which honestly I respect. If that drone dies, it's actually pretty good for us. Because there's only 3 of them, and going down to 2 would be useful. You get to act, though. Shotgunner is dead. Alright, no one's have to shoot you. That kill's going to take them forever, by the way. If they don't get any closer. Okay, you have AP to shoot with. Might even have 2. 2 shots, I should say. Overwatch, whatever. Please don't see me. Okay, you're going that way. You're definitely going to see me, right? You're angry. You might have AP, yeah. You suck, though. Well, you can't do anything but wait. With this guy up here, she can get a bit closer to the front. This actually helps her coordinated charge turn actually get her out. This is actually, that little bit of movement is actually useful. It saves me a full action point. Which, yeah. Beneficial. I could have maybe looped around the left-hand side, interestingly enough. I'm thinking about it, and if, well, with these guys here, no, but this is a much smaller group of enemies to fight. Anyway, still though, the only human is way over there. He can't be poisoned. We can't reach him for poison. So we are sitting in this room until we're safe, and I know this is really slow. I know. To be fair though, we really can't win this firefight without taking damage, so... Okay, that's a good spawn for us. Depending on where they get sent to, with the 1,000,000 reports of gunfire, that will hopefully pull a Brave Star away. That's the spawn that's going to break the stalemate. And it's not even a stalemate, like, technically, eventually, the Fenian would always win. If we just did nothing forever, eventually they would always win. This should be the last Fenian over here. No, there's still a captain to take it back. This guy is almost dead, but still not quite dead, but almost dead. That grunt captain, though, will make him turn around, and the new reinforcements, if they chase it down, not sure if they can, it'll also send them away. You don't know where you're going. Understandable. Still gonna shoot that guy, right? Yep. Do you hit? No. They give 2 shots, though. Oh, you still suck. Alright, grunt captain, you're in Overwatch. Bye. Good turn. Yep, still gonna do nothing. Same for you. Okay, you're going toward Brave Star, that's good. You're going towards Brave Star, that's also good. You're gonna wait. Okay, cool. Them going toward Brave Star is helpful for us. Coordinated charge on turn 15. That's doable. I don't want to Toxic Cloud here in case... Yeah, no. Killing with Toxic Cloud might make them turn around, but... it's fine. It's drugs! Okay, this might be the turn they actually run away. You go pretty far, you turn alert. Now as others run up, they'll turn alert as well, with plenty of AP to spare. This guy has plenty of actions to take. It's going to do no damage forever until you can shred him. Doesn't matter. You're still useless. We wait, we wait. And then, again, turn 15 is coordinated charge. You're alert. You should be able to run up and do some stuff. You have plenty of AP still. These should be shots. Might even be 2 shots. It's not. That's still fine. Down goes the captain, which is fine. That misses. Epsilon gets a couple of shots. Will she kill the drone? Wrong target, so no. You do no damage. It's just funny to me. Are you dead? Second try? Nope, you're still there. Fine. You can shoot Ipso. Second shot. Hey! And that's the last human Brave Star down. Okay, none of these guys are now looking at me. Still can't make it till coordinated charge, which is turn 15. Okay, and now they're running towards the new group, which gives me space. Which is what I wanted. If I have the space to move around, I can do some stuff. You're going to shoot this guy, though. Alright, the last one's gone, which means... Oh, okay. That's an interesting AI quirk. Okay, I'm gonna... This is... Okay. So this is like, combat AI bug. Okay, so... When an enemy... When an AI kills another AI, it always overwatches the corpse instead of picking something new to do. So one, like, have an enemy with Overwatch capabilities kill an enemy guard with the first 2 AP. 2, note that it will always overwatch over the corpse with all remaining AP. Despite it having enough AP to reposition and fight somewhere else or overwatch something more advantageous, it just covers a useless angle. And so this should be pretty obvious what Omni is doing, as that's what it did. It's not the end of the world, but, you know, nice if we could have that not happen. Rewind is, of course, down right now, but yeah, we can basically wait this out one last time. And next turn, we coordinate a charge, and we can book it. She has sprint. We might not quite get to the exit. I do not like that that was your spawn. It might send some Brave Star this way. But we're going to find out. Accountant can go at 9, which will be after everyone else has done everything. So we should have this fight look decent, and we should get Brave Star looking at these guys primarily, because this is what a fight is. That shred is low-key kind of useless. That guy's never dying, but I appreciate the pizzazz. You should have AP, though. With the 4 move points every turn, they can definitely get a lot done. A little bit of damage. It's something. Finally getting away from there. Backup requested. Understood. That hit's never going to work. The evasion's going to be too high. You're in cover, but you're looking the right way. Huh. Wow. Not a lot of damage. I'm going to wait. People can always delay behind me. We want full information here as much as we can. You running up is not the end of the world. You're still... Oh, you chose to heal. Okay, I get it. You're running up. You have AP. You actually might... Yeah, you're not quite going to fight, but... You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Need this guy to break out of his Overwatch and do something else. You are way too close to me. I don't like that. Although it's probably still going to be fine. We'll have enough AP to do whatever we need. Yeah, you're over there. Let's see. My Cyber Knight basically makes it every time. For caution, I actually might delay these guys, but I can wait for a little bit here. Yeah, so you're on the way up. It's not a huge deal. So basically, it's coordinated charge. All the humans make it no problem. You can hear me, but you're stuck in Overwatch, so it doesn't matter that you can hear me. If I want to be really stupid, I grab the loot box. I won't. As a test run, what happens to you when you run by? Suspicious noise detected, but is he spotted? No, because he didn't turn around. I think delaying you to 1 is fine. Just I'm kind of curious what might happen here. You go really far because of combat drugs. It feels like it's because of combat drugs. You're going to go really far, by the way. You're going like all the way up the stairs. Oh, I guess not quite. That's actually really helpful for me. Alright, Dakota should sprint on the turn when she has coordinated charge on. And actually makes it. Holy moly. You actually got all the way out. We finally did it, folks. We're back with another 2-hour-long episode. And the reward is we succeeded. This is not like... Yes, I could. Okay, here's... My minimum roll is a 14. And none of these guys can see me. I legitimately could grab this and use pre-compute and get out next turn. I am confident in that. This is greedy, but also it should be fine. We got a level 5 SMG. That's actually a huge deal. All right, the mineral 22. I'm not going to roll actually. Yeah, mineral 12. We get to put that to 23. We're fine. Everything's totally acceptable here. There's no downsides. None whatsoever. Scourge gets to safety, no problem. Remake is going to have to bank 1 AP so that she can boost the teammate. I'm going to turn off snapping. go here. That is easy pre-compute range. Oh, you know what? Okay, that's actually... I'm going to send that as a bug. It's kind of low prio because it's not that often. Okay, this is... non-endemic enemies can report events to the enemy sec AI. Let's call them invading enemies. To the other enemies sec AI. One, be in a 3-faction map, e.g. Ricksham Drips Part 1. 2, have a Brave Star guard be able to hear footsteps or something. E.g. this drone in Overwatch. 3, like, do a tally trading event, like running near them. 4, note that you get suspicious noise detected and an extra +1 tally from Brave Star reporting to the Fenian sec AI. Kind of weird, right? Like, that doesn't seem like what they wanted. Wait for the report to go through. But, you know, we're at security level 32. But the important thing, the important thing is that we're gonna make it. Anarchist always goes first. Accountant cannot possibly be useful here anymore. Sec level 35. We made it. We were hidden the whole time. And I gotta say, as much as I know we stood still for like literally 40 minutes, for me, maybe not for you, but you can fast forward stuff, this was more enjoyable than getting forced into a firefight where everyone had map hacks. I'm so glad they updated the hidden system. It's so much nicer. Yes, it took forever, but I actually, personally, for my taste, really enjoyed that. The timing of that patrol was too perfect. What's next? We need to protect her on a legwork. Remake levels up. We get an okay payday. We get really solid XP, including Tiger and Roots getting a decent amount. We got a new melee. We got a new SMG. That SMG is going to come in clutch for sure. Might give it to my Cyber Knight. I'm not sure just yet. He's in wound recovery. We have some training we can do, though. Knight goes +1, which is actually a new talent. I said I was going to go into Soldier, right? I was also really considering undoing Rewind and Security Scramble so that I had more room for Soldier talents. But ultimately, I'm not allowed to learn Tactical Surge. I'm not allowed to... Well, I guess I could learn it as a pathing node, but I can't use them. Sync would be kind of fun. Centering, I really wanted to consider, and I probably still should. 3% crit chance node is not terrible by any means. The alternative is going to Soldier, but because I keep wanting to try new talents out, I'm going to go here and move towards centering. It's honestly like a very solid amount of durability to make somebody a tank. And because of the new hidden rules, it's not that hard to like kind of guarantee who's getting hit and who's not. Should grab cooldown on Choppa, and I might grab the +1 range there. I think I'll grab the 10-meter range. This is useful. Chop on a 3-turn cooldown is pretty solid, IMO. Alright, that part's done. Great. Once again, this should recover before Truck Job is up, and I would want him to like go into detox or something, so I'm going to make this save to make sure it's working the way I think it's going to, but it should work the way I think it's going to. Let's just double check that. Okay, let's actually, well again, we have the save to know. That's what I thought. Great. I'm going to go put my EX into the detox, I think, although let me do some thinking real quick. Rest of the episode is going to be getting ready for Truck Job. I think I'd rather run that than run this stuff and risk something going wrong. Night is required. We'll get paid. This again is a raid. This is... Oh no, this is a raid and this is a jailbreak. This is a simple Matrix hack, which is whatever. Truck job is next, though. And I have hacking station leverage. That's good. Just make truck job easier where I can. Let's reveal some nodes. That'll help. I have to clear the RCU in the first place. Matrix damage, actually, I think very useful considering I'm going to be doing pseudo-nuking. This is really valuable. 15 AP can matter, although often IO is a bigger deal. I'm printing a lot of AP with what I'm doing in the first place, so I'm just going to custom corruption that. And then this jailbreak is going to want some stuff as well. I can inject matrix files and whatnot, looks like. That's going to be very likely, but in case my stuff gets injured, I'll wait a moment for that. We will eventually have to chat with this guy, right? Get these legworks going. Let's go get the right people ready for truck job. We can buy lazy shift. I consider this combat relevant though, right? They can't move and stuff. Active leverage to reboot the truck, to me, is worth it. This is obviously combat relevant, but this gives me a one-turn bit of safety just in case I need it. That 20k is worth it. Trust me, you really want to get the truck on the first chance. And then who's going to run this? I could run Panzer instead of the Vanguard. The smoke is helpful for sure, but Vanguard has Lure, which is also very good and works really well with Tox Cloud. Also has the Vision Blocker. I think it's always Librarian. I think it's Vidon. And then I think we're going to grab my Vanguard out of the trainer. I think I'd rather have her than the EX. I think I would. Let me double check real quick what each of their talents are, but I'm pretty sure. So you are... A little bit of Glasswalker is good, actually. Anticipation is good. Max Lure is great. And I've got 2 Charters Refract. That's really good for combat safety. This is basically Super Smoke now, right? It's basically smoke grenades. It's kind of the same thing. Except you're not invincible inside it. You just have to make sure you're staying behind that and blocking line of sight. I mean, the usability is definitely more difficult than smokes. But yeah, Refract is sick. Yeah, I think it's her. I think I'm going to have her exit trainer, and she's going to go on this job. So cancel your training. You got some XP. It was solid. But yeah, truck job. I really, really enjoy Vanguard Scourge's mission. I think it's very enjoyable. Let's see. I need to go figure out then. Let's see. Who's not going then? You're not going. I made a blank loadout, by the way, so I can just unequip people really, really quickly. I might delete Hacksaws just so it's even easier. The only I'm going to do is just blank loadout people. And then we already know that you're going. We're happy with your gear, to be honest. Medical kit, Hyper V-Caps is fine. You probably want the railgun. And you're going to have something else. So, yeah, you have some long-range accuracy, so we're going to give you the railgun. That's the good one. We'll give you one of the melee weapons. Nano Edge or Slam Dancer. Might actually be the Slam Dancer. I'm not certain. I'm thinking about it. She has very little strength. This seems kind of decent. And then we'll give you probably not the evasion armor. Give you this one. Yeah. Let's see. Is the Sure Shot going to be better or worse than this guy? So... the single target is straight up worse on this SMG. It has some armor shred. The damage is -1, the accuracy is -4, and the range is -3. But the full auto, now knowing that I lose 15 damage per hit, then I'm going from 181 versus 85 times 3, which is clearly more. So -4 accuracy, -3 range, but 20% more damage roughly. Ish. Because 85 times 3 is going to be 255 versus 180. Or, yeah, about 180. We'll just call it that. Which is, what, plus 75. Which is, yeah, about 30% more. Like, in that ballpark. So 30% more damage versus -3 range and whatnot. I think we go, and even though the stealth crit is really good, right? Get an extra 1.15x when I'm already critting at 1.75 or so. I'm critting at, 2.9. I think this is still probably superior. There's also add some stealth crit here, so I can get a little bit out of that as well. Although I'm going to lose that from this. It gets rid of stealth crit, so it's gonna equal out. But it's some pretty fat accuracy. 77 to hit. No body mod still, but I think this is you. I think you're going. We already know that you're going with your shotgun and your nano edge. We know that you're going with the E-rifle and the slam dancer, and you're going with this stuff. I should have an open grip somewhere. There should be a sword just like sitting here with you. We remove your mods, and then yeah, you're already out of mods. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, this will allow her to put this blade grip on. And honestly... Wait, no. What if he's not going on this? You're not going on this. I'm griefing. I'm bringing the wire ghost, and I will give you the shotgun. I'm going to actually switch... Let's see. You've got a big slam dancer. You've got a decent slam dancer. I mean, you're probably going to melee more than anyone else. I'm going to give you the big nano edge. And then I'm going to give you the slam dancer. Yeah, so you've got 3 mods on it. You've got 3 mods on it. You need something more than just blue juice. Let's give you... Honestly, healing makes sense for you. Let's give you the initiative armor. You guys are ready to go. You need some stuff. Let's give you move speed. And let's also try to give you... Yeah, we're going to give you both melee and ranged combat power. So this is going to be the 4. Largely melee. You've got an SMG, which, I mean, the 18-meter range is still going to be mostly fine, I think. There's going to be some worry about the Matsumoto stuff here. Like, they are pretty scary enemies, but I think we can group enough stuff together that it can be fine. Truck job is ready to go for next episode. And... as we start grabbing new missions, they'll be power level 10. One thing I want to do before I forget as well is actually go Co-Conspire, since I'm waiting for one. Oh, my heat's really high. Okay, let me drop that a little bit. That'll help. Let's find someone to Co-Conspire with real quick. You're busy, of course. You don't matter. Let me get rid of enemies I don't care about. And then... Co-Conspire you, I think, is decent. I don't care a ton. Actually, no. I want to keep... Oh, I can't. You're busy. Okay. You're also busy. Can't do anything with you guys. You're all busy or something. Okay, we can boost Luther up to get imported cybernetics up, which is decent, I suppose. You're busy as well. I think, sure. I think that's fine. I think it's useful enough. Okay, we've got a Q-Gap spike against D-Cartel eventually. That'll be fine. Alrighty, I will see you next episode for the truck job. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.